Hello ladies and gents, welcome back to another video. I am your host GGJ and this is Real Talk. Right, today on Real Talk we're going to be talking about the Fatemedia tournament that we put on in place for Paladins World, because they didn't have a time schedule set up and all that sort of stuff. Which, by the way, Paladins World this coming Sunday on the, just so everybody knows, the 17th. Paladins World is back with a brand new time schedule. You can check all that out at paladinsworld.com. Get your team signed up for NA and EU. Please do support the scene. Paladins OP. Hearts to you all. Epic. You're all great. Right, moving on. Fatemedia put on the tournament, and I casted through the perspective of first person from people that were streaming their games. First off, Fate Esport got a bye in the first round, managed to get to the quarterfinals. They went up against the Steers team, which I do believe is Arcane. You know what? Fantastic set of three. Fate took went down 0-1. Then they came back, took the second game, and then in the end, it came right down to the vault. All three games came down to the vault. Could have went either way, but Arcane Gaming managed to beat out Fate to put themselves into the semi-finals. Another great game was Bird Gaming versus Gucci. Gucci actually is Voltajet, I think. No, it's not Voltajet. It's I don't know the name of it. Not gonna lie. I'm just gonna call him Gucci. I even said, you know what, your name's called Gucci now. I like that name. Bird versus Gucci, again, another best of three, coming down to all three games. Outstanding. This is the type of quality of the games we were talking about, and you know what, it was fantastic. But Gucci managed to pip it in the end, and they put themselves into the semi-finals. Other games were Kujot versus Torpedo Gaming. Torpedo won that 2-0. Voltajet versus Widget Gaming. That was very close, apparently. The first game came down to the wire. Voltajet put themselves into the finals, into the semi-finals, beating out Widget Gaming. Now, next up is Gucci versus Voltajet, sorry. I couldn't stream that, I couldn't cast it. Of course, there is no spectators mode in Paladins, which is a shame, but hopefully soon. God, I hope it's soon. Really, really, like, I don't... Everybody's just like, I wish there was a spectate mode. I wish there was a spectate mode. And I'm like, trust me, I'm a caster. Trust me, I want it to be. Anyway, Voltajet lost out to Gucci in that, and 2-0, in fact. So they went on into the final fight off against Torpedo, who beat Arcane 2-0. And then Torpedo Gaming, in good fashion, went and 3-0'd Gucci. Great turnout. I've been asked if I'm going to actually run some tournaments, because I'm very fast at running them and I had to do it and stuff like that. I will. Fatemedia themselves will be doing their own set of tournaments, but we don't want to clash with anybody else, so we're going to let the scene go with the Paladins World first, and then we're going to come in and do something that's like prior to theirs, and then of course at the end of the week they'll be there. But of course we've also got to watch out, because Hi-Res themselves will start up their own tournaments and so forth and so on. Yeah, so shout outs to Cole from Fate Esports for allowing me to cast his perspective from his. So what we did is we set up my stream on the Fatemedia channel, and then I captured his stream on my channel, and we casted over it as first person, and of course all the team fights. It was hype, it was awesome, it's freaking amazing, and it just goes to show how the community pulls together, you know, the Paladins community pulls together. I really enjoyed it. I did. There's so many people turning out to watch the stream as well. Thank you ever so much for that. And the amount of followers we got, and my Twitter was going crazy. So all the people following me on Twitter, thank you. Much appreciated. What else? There was... Oh, yeah, that's right. Eevee glitches and pips and all that sort of stuff. Right, so there was a massive hoo-ha. Is it allowed? Is it not? Until Hi-Res tells me you're allowed to do that, we won't support it. It's been banned out on the EU side for scrims and stuff. So obviously, like, and people still use it in scrims, and the minute they do that, /pause, game is paused. What are you doing? Get off the edges. And people say, oh, we didn't know about that. Really? For the last 3 weeks, people have been nothing but moaning about it. Discord is going crazy. And it's like, come on. Don't give me that crap. Until Hi-Res announce it, yeah, don't do it. Just don't do it. What's the point? People are also moaning about the distortion and clones the illusion ability for Eevee. Apparently, it gives out all that EXP, the bugs. And of course, any Eevee player knows that if you use it and you're behind, you're going to stay behind because people just feed off your illusions, depending on how you use it, of course. Now, so many people are saying, "Oh, but you know, she's still viable. She's still this," and fair play to him. I found out a lovely bit of information that I didn't know. So shout outs to the Great Dane, bro. Awesome, thank you for that. The NA scene favour Eevee and Ruckus over like the EU meta. So that's really good. So far already we're seeing two different types of metas in two different regions. NA will take a Ruckus and an Eevee, whereas the EU comp is a Cassie, Barret, Buck, Pip into a Grok. And you know, that's just a basic. Fate Esports have fallen around with some new lineups for comps, and so far it's working. I mean, it's very strong, and of course, hopefully that will, you know, come to pass, and we'll see how what results will speak for themselves. Yeah, with the glitches and stuff, I don't think stuff like that's like really necessary to try and, what are you going to gain from it, you know? It's just going to cause mayhem and drama, and it just really isn't worth it. So Fatemedia, Fate Esports, and that like that, and other big names are, to say a few, will not support it in scrims. So if you're going to use Eevee in scrims, or if you're going to use Pip and that, and you want to go on Temple Ruins, and you're going to jump up on them ledges where you literally cannot be shot from unless you're right at the edge, yeah? Make no mistake about it, if you're right at the edge, you can get shot. But if you stand center or to the far back, you cannot. Why? Because you're not even in viewing distance. So don't use it. No point. Eevee, being assassin, hit and run mage, the Ice Queen, bless her. I do main her. This is coming from a Eevee player who mains her, and I play her quite well. And you know, obviously there's people out there who play a hell of a lot better than what I do, but I feel it's unnecessary, so don't do it. Right. Moving on. Paladins World this coming Sunday. Yes, awesome, freaking amazing. Cannot wait. I'm really looking forward to it because I don't think I'm playing in this one, but I might actually put another team together just so I can enter a couple of me and my mates. We're going to jump in, you know, and give you guys what for. But what else in the news of Paladins World? Yes. 404 changed up their roster. Drio UK is no longer part of their roster. Not actually sure why. I've been told, but I'm not going to tell you why. Obviously, I keep that sort of stuff confidential. But until obviously there's a release out and stuff like that. So 404 didn't participate in the Fatemedia tournament because they didn't have a fifth, and they didn't want to just take on anybody. They want to try and take that time, look for it. Now that there shows experience in Mitch, and of course the boys at 404, and I wish them all the best in trying to find a fifth. I do believe Elvin Path and Jera from Gucci were tried out, so who knows? There's going to be big names there. Torpedo still looking pretty strong, most dominant team in EU at present. I do believe they've lost one game, period, and that was to Xeno21 on it, his team, Pug Warriors or Pug Stompers, whatever they're called. Yeah, so, you know, well done to Torpedo for winning that tournament. A great performance by them. Literally not dropping a game. 2-0'd over Kajo, 2-0'd over Arcane, and of course 2-0'd over Gucci. I'm impressed by these guys. I really am. So, moving on. NA scene. Now, I put out a document, which I'm going to link below in the description below for all you guys who want to check it out. It's all the team names of EU so far and stuff like that. It's basically for EU teams. I'm going to do an NA one, but I asked on the Discord channel where everybody hangs out. It's like, it's where you want to be if you want to try and get scrims, if you're taking it serious and stuff like that. There were so many people on there saying, "Oh, Jay, why aren't you doing it for NA? Why aren't you doing it for this?" And then I said, right, guys, PM me on Discord, yeah, your team name, your region, and so forth, and I will create a list for EU and NA, which I forward the EU one over to Dryber, so he's got all that information as well, including all current bugs and glitches. Now, the current bugs and glitches will get updated weekly. players will say, hey Jay, stick this on your list, and I do. And then what I'll do is I'll then forward it on to Drybear and stuff like that. Well, I've got Drybear's email, so I'll just forward it on to his email. But like I said, most of his stuff's on the forums anyway, glitches and stuff like that, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I've had one person from NA turn around and gave me his details for a team, and I'm like, okay. And then we're all sitting in Discord, and who was it? Not Great Dane. It wasn't Great Dane. It was somebody else. Well, I can't remember who it was. But anyway, says, oh yeah, NA is going to stomp EU. We've got such better talent rosters, and I'm just thinking, okay. And the reason behind it is because apparently there's a team that's won a tournament once or something. I don't know. I know nothing about the NA scene, and it's really bugging because there's no spectate. We can't cast the tournaments, and I know, I can hear you going, well, Jay, it is closed B. I know. Trust me, I really know. So frustrating. Also, anyway, I want to just move on, rattle through this. I will be putting now 2 videos on Paladins a week. Obviously, Real Talk will stay on its Tuesday slot, which is today. And, of course, I'm going to be doing a gameplay video. Now, it could be anything from hints, tips, and tricks on how to play a certain character, where to position, and stuff like that. That will be coming out on Fridays. It'll be recorded throughout the week and then compiled together and edited and stuff like that. And put out on a Friday midday so that the EU and NA guys can all see it. I want to sort of rally some support here from people that watch my videos. No, and of course, I get hundreds of views on my videos, and I just want to say thank you. So, Paladins Top Deck, Paladins Guru, and Paladins World. These guys are going out of their way to build sites that people can put up decks and builds and hints, tips, and tricks and stuff like that. I really, really want you guys to go and check all of these out. If you don't know where they are, check the description section below. There will be links to all of the sites, and of course, that way you'll see the banners from. Now, these guys are deck building sites. You can go see what the pros are doing. I think Torpedo have got some builds up there. 404 Bugsy, he's put some builds up there. I put my Eevee hit and run assassin build up there, which people, it's really nice when I put my build up there and people are like, does that work? And then they've actually been using. I've come up against people that are killing me with it, and I'm like, okay. But yeah, I'm really, really happy to announce that I will try and work as closely with these guys as possible. I'm not sponsored, but just so everybody knows, I'm not sponsored or affiliated with Hi-Rez in any form, but I'm doing my best to try and support the Paladins community the best I know how to, and that is content, good solid content, and of course helping the community wherever I can. We are hoping that our tournament, Fatemedia's tournament, will go out on the Tuesday or Wednesday, so it's a midweek tournament. What we're going to do is a point system, something like Paladins World. So what happens is you like 50, 35, 20, and then 1 after that, and then everybody else gets 1 point wherever you finish. And at the end of the season, we're going to do seasons. Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, Season 4, so forth, so on. And keep going, obviously. And we've got a big shield. I'm having a big shield made. It's like it's a big trophy, and you're going to have the team. Whoever wins season gets their name on it. Season 1 champions, and of course, all the Season 1 champions will get their own sort of trophies, which is like this. Ta-da! You're all going to get trophies like that. Obviously, they come up in bigger sizes and sizes and sizes and so forth. Yeah, that's all been made. Like I say, with the school coming out of my pocket, not out of Fatemedia, this is coming out of my pocket, and this is my sort of gift to the Paladins community. Now, I'm not going to do that until I find out. None of this is going to happen as yet. All the trophies are now being ordered and stuff like that, but it's going to happen, but just not yet. I need to know when Hi-Rez are going to bring out the spectator mode, so that I can plan and stuff. So like as soon as they announce it, then I can start making arrangements, bringing on staff for Fatemedia who want to be involved with Paladins. So yeah, guys, if you want to be affiliated with Fatemedia itself, the company, my company that is a esports organization that brings on talented individuals to put them into competitive teams, and help run like the league, so to say, then by all means, please do. We're saving up, so any donations you can afford to put forward, that'd be appreciated, but of course is not necessary. Any donations, I take nothing of it. It's basically just going to go straight to the tournament fund. So anything we get, right, we're going to put into the fund, the kitty, and we'll run it for, like, say, a month, 6 weeks, and whatever we get, we'll add that to the prize fund, and then I'll put a couple of £100 of my own money into it, and we'll go from there. That's my gift to the Paladins community. Obviously, we don't want hires to keep paying for everything. However, the 100k tournament is around the corner, so winning a couple of extra quid isn't that much, you know. So, I was asked a question. I know I'm trying to rush this through. I'm trying to get this done. I don't want to rush it. That's what sucks, but I'm trying to keep my videos short and sweet. I was asked, Jamie, where do you want Paladins to go? I'm not going to say who said that to me. I promise I wouldn't. But most people know who it was. I want Paladins to be, in 1 year's time, the same place Smite is. TF2, Team Fortress 2, had a competitive scene, and then apparently it died off. I don't know. I don't really know much about it. I've only played it a couple of times. We've got lots of competition. We've got Overwatch. Now, Overwatch could just be a game without a competitive side. Of course, it's a 5v5 arena, MOBA, FPS, whatever you want to call it, game. It's going to be competitive. But are they going to make it into an esport? They had done with StarCraft 2. They have done with flipping World of Warcraft. Everything is esports now. And I'm loving that because I've been a part of esports all my life. Well, all its life, should I say, not mine. But I want Paladins to succeed. Sorry. I want there to be a professional scene. I want for the boys that are putting their effort in right now, and I am going to name and shame, so to say, Torpedo, 404, Fate, Easy Gaming, Arcane, Voltage Jet, all of these guys, right? They are putting in hours, and I mean, I play it more than anybody I know, and I've seen the Torpedo guys do 8-hour stretches. Shout outs to Undead Pilot and Bugsy and all them guys streaming as well, putting the names out there, getting ahead of the field and stuff like that. They're doing well, and I want everybody to succeed. I really, really, really do. I work closely, well, I don't work with them, but I speak closely to Tatal and Mitch for Torpedo. We have conversations from time to time on the Discord channels. In fact, Mitch will be on next week's show, talking about 404, and then hopefully I'll got to talk to the Tat guy about Torpedo. Hopefully he'll be able to come on the show as well. That'd be great. So yeah, that's news upcoming. But I want it to succeed. I want it to have that competitive scene, you know, where we can stick our teeth into it and go, yes. Because with like an FPS arena game like this, there is so much you can do. You can bring out new maps. They could even go down the road of DLCs or something like that, like downloadable content where you could go, oh, you can have a new map bundle. Oh, you can do this, skins. But I think it's going to go like the same way it's gone with Smite. And if that's the case, that's even better. That's brilliant. It's going to be a lovely scene. And I really like, of course, what's happened with Smite. And of course, the SWC 2016 just gone, World Championships. Of course, EU bringing it home. Mwah, Epsilon. Well done, baby. Oh, the boys at Epsilon. Wow. They had us going for a while, you know, losing games, winning games. It's like, oh my god. But they managed to pip it out and bring the World Championship home. So, that's it. Really, that's all I've got to say for this week's show. Obviously, we're going to put out the video on Friday, but yeah, like I just want to say thank you for everybody who watches my show and all been watching my videos. I checked my analytics on YouTube. Since I've been involved with Paladins, my viewership and my numbers and subscribers is just going on literally. And I just want to say a massive shout out to every single one of you who subscribed to my channel. If you haven't already, please do. It does help, and I do appreciate it. We want them subscribers. It really gives me the encouragement to continue doing all the stuff for Paladins. So if you like my Paladins content, even if you don't agree with it, you can always leave a comment and say, hey Jay, maybe you could do it better. You know, I want to hear from you guys, so please let me know. So yeah, guys, that's it. Thank you ever so much for watching, and of course, I'm GGJ. You are fucking awesome. Mwah. Love you. See you next week.